In a world seemingly spinning out of control, it's hard not to feel a sense of foreboding about what our leaders have planned next. Phrases like unprecedented times have become the norm, but they do little to prepare us for the unpredictable strategies rolling out from the corridors of power. The gap between promises and actions widens, leaving us to question the intentions and capabilities of those at the helm. Trust erodes as decisions, often cloaked in secrecy or spun in public relations lingo, seem to further personal agendas rather than the common good. The future, as outlined by our current leadership, paints a bleak picture, leaving us to wonder, what will they think of next? So alarming statistic. American consumers are now spending 5 times more than their disposable income. This trend, startling as it may be, is not isolated, but part of a broader shift in consumer behavior that warrants closer attention. The consequences of this spending spree are far-reaching and could potentially reshape the economic landscape in ways we are yet to fully comprehend. The holiday season, traditionally a time for gift giving and indulgence, has played a critical role in this spending surge. A significant number of consumers are opting to borrow or dig into their savings to fund their holiday expenditures. This trend might seem harmless on the surface, but it reveals a deeper issue, a growing disconnect between income and spending patterns. Despite a $60 billion increase in personal income and a $51.08 billion in disposable personal income, personal consumption expenses have shot up to a staggering $134 billion. This indicates a spending pattern that far outpaces income growth. It's a financial tightrope act, with many consumers teetering on the edge of their financial capacities. This unsustainable financial behavior has led to consumers facing the stark reality of depleted savings and the consequences of their unchecked spending habits. It's a wake-up call, a stark reminder of the dangers of living beyond one's means. But the situation is more than just a personal financial crisis. It's an economic ticking time bomb. The current state of affairs has reached a critical point. We're seeing negative consumer excess savings, casting serious doubts on the ability of American consumers to continue being the backbone of the economy in 2024. Our economy, long buoyed by consumer spending, now faces the grim possibility of a downturn. Experts, including those from Wells Fargo, are skeptical about the consumer's ability to rescue the U.S. economy. They point to the alarming statistics and stress the need for a serious reevaluation of spending habits and financial strategies. It's a call to arms, a plea for more responsible financial behavior to avoid potential financial disasters. So what do our leaders have in store for us next? The answer may surprise you. As we grapple with these economic challenges, it's clear that a change in approach is necessary. We need strategies that encourage sustainable spending, promote financial literacy, and prioritize savings. It's a tall order, but one that our leaders must tackle head on. So there's no doubt that the road ahead will be challenging. But if there's one thing history has taught us, it's that adversity often breeds innovation. So as we navigate this economic uncertainty, let's not lose sight of the opportunities that lie ahead. Let's look forward to the solutions our leaders will bring to the table and hope that they will help steer us towards a more financially secure future. As the world continues to grapple with economic and social upheavals, another crisis looms large, one that could potentially reshape the media landscape as we know it. Numerous media giants are reducing their workforce and struggling to maintain their businesses. This predicament, alarming as it may be, is not an isolated incident, but rather a symptom of a deeper malaise afflicting the media industry. Recent reports suggest that media companies have slashed over 20,000 jobs in 2023 alone. This trend continued into 2024 with several renowned media outlets such as Paramount Global, CBS News, Business Insider, and Forbes announcing significant layoffs. This wave of job cuts has left the industry reeling, with many questioning the future of mainstream media. At the heart of this crisis is a perceived loss of neutrality. Many consumers feel that media outlets are increasingly partisan, leading to a loss of trust and reduced viewership. In an era where fake news and misinformation are rampant, this perceived bias is causing many to turn away from traditional media outlets in search of more balanced and unbiased sources of information. This loss of trust is not just detrimental to the media companies themselves. It threatens the very fabric of our democracy. The media plays a crucial role in informing the public, holding those in power accountable and facilitating informed debates on important issues. However, the diminishing diversity of voices and perspectives in the media landscape poses a serious threat to these democratic ideals. Question then arises. What do our leaders have in store for us next? How will they address this media crisis? While the answers are not yet clear, one thing is certain: the need for a drastic change in approach. We need strategies that restore trust in the media, promote neutrality, and ensure the survival of a diverse and vibrant media landscape. One potential solution lies in the promotion of alternative news sources. As mainstream media struggles, there's been a rise in independent journalism, smaller outlets, and individuals dedicated to providing balanced and unbiased reporting. Supporting these independent journalists could help ensure a diversity of voices and perspectives in the media. In addition, there's a need for increased transparency and accountability from media outlets. Consumers have a right to know who owns the media they consume, where their information comes from, and how it's fact-checked. Implementing transparency measures such as clear disclosure of ownership and funding could go a long way in restoring trust in the media. Finally, we as consumers have a crucial role to play. We must demand better from our media, more balanced reporting, greater transparency, and a commitment to truth above all else. By doing so, we can help shape the future of media and ensure that it continues to serve its essential democratic function. 3, in the midst of global and national crises, one issue is proving particularly contentious. The situation at the Texas border. The surge in illegal border crossings has raised serious concerns over national security, resource allocation, and public safety. This crisis is more than just a regional issue. It's a national predicament with potentially... The Texas border crisis has been primarily attributed to President Biden's open border policies, which critics argue have led to an ongoing crisis at the southern border, characterized by record levels of illegal immigrants and deadly skirmishes. This assertion is backed by Texas Governor Greg Abbott, who has accused the Biden administration of creating a war zone on the border by failing to enforce federal immigration laws. This escalating tension between Texas and the federal government over border enforcement is raising fears of a looming constitutional crisis. The dispute intensified when Texas authorities effectively blocked U.S. Border Patrol agents from a 2.5-mile area in Eagle Pass, a move that was met with widespread criticism and sparked debates about states' rights and federal authority. However, it's not just the politicians who are divided on this issue. Public opinion is also split, with some viewing the border crisis as a result of abuse of law by the president, while others see it as a crisis of resources and lack of authority. As the debate rages on, the situation at the border continues to deteriorate, pushing the country's immigration system to the breaking point. So, what do our leaders have in store for us next? How will they address this crisis? While the answers are not yet clear, one thing is certain: the need for a drastic change in approach. We need strategies that ensure national security, manage resource allocation effectively, and prioritize public safety. One potential solution lies in the Supreme Court's intervention. The court has temporarily blocked a new immigration law in Texas, a move that could help ease tensions and pave the way for a more comprehensive immigration reform. However, this is only a temporary reprieve, and a long-term solution is still needed. In addition, there's a need for increased cooperation between state and federal authorities. The standoff at Eagle Pass highlights the dangers of a fragmented approach to border enforcement. By working together, state and federal authorities can develop a unified strategy that addresses the root causes of the crisis. Finally, we as citizens have a crucial role to play. We must stay informed and proactive in safeguarding against these emerging threats. By doing so, we can help shape the future of our country and ensure that it remains safe and secure. For navigating the corporate world has always been akin to walking a tightrope. However, recent events have added a new level of turbulence, making the journey even more precarious. Among these events to stand out, the significant layoffs announced by various companies and Tesla's stock downturn. These incidents not only have implications for the companies involved, but also pose potential threats to the economy and personal financial wealth. A recent poll has revealed a shocking statistic: 38 of companies plan to implement layoffs in 2024. This development presents a potential job security risk for millions of employees worldwide. These layoffs are not isolated incidents, but form part of a worrying trend in the corporate world. The reasons behind this move range from cost-cutting measures to strategic restructuring. Regardless of the rationale, the end result is the same. A significant number of people are left jobless, facing an uncertain future. These layoffs pose a direct threat to the economy. Job loss often leads to diminished consumer confidence and reduced spending power. In a consumer-driven economy, this can have a ripple effect, leading to slower economic growth and potentially even a recession. Moreover, the psychological impact of job insecurity can further dampen consumer sentiment, exacerbating the economic slowdown. Amidst this backdrop of layoffs and economic uncertainty, another shockwave has hit the corporate world. Tesla, a leading player in the electric vehicle industry, has been hit by substantial stock losses. Despite its ambitious plans to launch an affordable vehicle by 2025, the company's stock value has taken a significant hit. This downturn has not only impacted Tesla's bottom line, but also affected investors who have placed their faith and money in the company. So, what do our leaders have in store for us next? How will they navigate this turbulent corporate landscape? As we grapple with these challenges, it's clear that a change in approach is needed. We need strategies that promote job security, boost investor confidence, and ensure the stability of our economy. One potential solution lies in corporate responsibility. Companies need to consider the broader impact of their actions, particularly when it comes to layoffs. By exploring alternatives like job sharing, reduced hours, or even temporary pay cuts, companies can avoid mass layoffs and mitigate the negative impact on the economy. In addition, there's a need for increased transparency from corporations, particularly those with significant investor interests. Companies like Tesla need to be upfront about their challenges and realistic in their projections. This will help to manage investor expectations and prevent sudden stock market shocks. Finally, these corporate challenges underscore the importance of personal financial planning. In an uncertain economic environment, having a solid financial plan is crucial. This involves saving for emergencies, investing wisely, diversifying investments, and planning for retirement. By taking these steps, individuals can safeguard their financial well-being regardless of the corporate landscape. 5x. The advent of technology has brought many benefits, but has also opened the door to a new form of threat, cyber threats. As our reliance on technology grows, so does the risk of cyber attacks. These threats are increasing in frequency and sophistication, affecting not just corporations and governmental agencies, but also individuals and their personal data. The consequences of these attacks can be vast, impacting everything from personal savings to essential services like electricity and heating. Cybersecurity threats have been making headlines recently, with major companies like Microsoft and Hewlett-Packard falling victim to these attacks. But these threats are not isolated to the corporate sector. Governmental agencies and critical infrastructure are also at risk. A recent attack on Sweden's public transport system rendered it inoperable, causing chaos and highlighting the vulnerability of our critical infrastructure to cyber threats. Personal data, including financial information, privacy, and identity, is also at high risk. Cyber criminals are increasingly targeting individuals using sophisticated methods to steal personal data and commit fraud. This poses a significant threat to personal savings and financial security. Furthermore, the violation of privacy associated with these attacks can have lasting psychological impacts. As we grapple with these challenges, we must ask ourselves, what do our readers have in store for us next? How will they navigate this digital landscape fraught with danger? While the answers are not yet clear, one thing is certain: the need for a proactive and comprehensive approach to cybersecurity. One potential solution lies in strengthening our cybersecurity infrastructure. This involves investing in advanced technologies to detect and prevent cyber threats, as well as training personnel to respond effectively when an attack occurs. Governments and corporations alike must prioritize these measures to protect against the increasing risk of cyber attacks. In addition, there's a need for increased cooperation and information sharing between nations. Cyber threats are a global problem requiring a global solution. By working together, nations can pool their resources and expertise to combat these threats more effectively. Finally, individuals have a crucial role to play in this battle against cyber threats. Staying vigilant is key. This includes regularly updating passwords, enabling two-factor authentication, and exercising caution when clicking on online links. By taking these steps, individuals can significantly reduce their risk of falling victim to a cyber attack.